to do is we will configure the FI to MM integrations and all. That is very, very important. FI to MM integration, and you have seen without purchase orders. Now we will going to see all these things in with purchase orders and all. OK, now whatever the goods that you are doing, I'm sorry, whatever the goods that you are getting from the vendors and all, see, based on the purchase order flow only, you will going to get it. OK, that is the most important topic that we have right now. And the next one is you need to have more clarity. OK, on what are the process that are available in the FI to MM. OK, there will be some process, right? To see, without process, there is no any I mean proper things and all. OK, that is the most important thing right now we have. See, this material management normally is the costing unit for organization. OK, and each and every activity which spend money should be captured by the finance people. First of all, up to purchase orders, there is no any integration because no accounting entries are generated. First thing, at the goods receipt, FI to MM integration will be happened. OK, when the goods received, OK, material document is generated, right? When the goods is received, then the material document is generated in material management, and FI document is generated for FI. OK, all these things are there, right? So that is the most important thing that we have right now. OK, then here, what is the process that we have right now? OK, there will be some process based on the process only. So we will going to generate each and everything. What is the process? There will be a material requirement planning. There will be a vendor selection. There will be a request for quotation. There will be a request, purchase requisition. There will be a purchase order. There will be a goods receipt. There will be an invoice receipt. There will be a payment to vendors. See, up to purchase orders, we don't have any entries. The first thing here is material requirement planning. It refers to the technique of using a projected manufacturing production schedule to figure out what supplied materials you will need. OK, the next one is vendor selection. See, when you want to buy the goods or when you want to buy the raw material from the vendors and all, vendor selection is the most important step in P2P. That we can call it as a procure to pay. See, with the help of obtained quotation from source or from sources, and by comparing them, so you will going to select the vendors. See, the next thing is here a request for quotation, requesting the vendors to submit a quotation for a material or services. This quotation contains vendor terms and payments and vendor conditions and all, vendor taxes and all. Like in the taxes, sorry, in the conditions, you will going to get all these points, right? Then purchase requisition. See, after the purchase requisition, see, every organization may have different types of departments, right? OK, in each and every client, and then in each and every organization, department may require certain material or services. Employee belonging to the department needs to raise the purchase request. OK, see, if the person raises the purchase request and all, purchase request needs to have some information like name of material, you know it very well, quantity, expected due date, date of delivery, and expected prices, and all purchase requests may also needs to be approved by department. OK, head of the department before initiating approval of the financial department. OK, this that means once this finance department approves the purchase request, purchase group creates the purchase order using transaction code ME21N. OK, so for purchasing department to act on it, you know it very well. Till purchase orders, we don't have any entries. Then goods receipt, we will have entries, that is inventory account data to the GRIR clearing account creator. And when it comes to the invoice receipt, these are the normal entries. When we have price differences, when we have taxes, when we have freight charges, all these things will be included in these things only. OK, try to remember each and everything. See, when we have invoice receipt and all, goods receipt or invoice receipt account data to the vendor account creator. When you pay that amount to the vendor, what will happen? Vendor account data to the bank clearing account creator, right? Or else bank account creator. See, once we receive the bank statement from the bank, automatically you will upload the bank. So bank clearing account data to the main bank account creator. Okay, so that is the most important thing that we have right now. Right. So you know the process. Like this process only, we have to generate each and everything. Now, first we will going to generate. We will going to create one plant using transaction code OX10. Okay, can you go to the transaction code OX10? We will going to create one plant using transaction code OX10. Okay, that is the most important thing right now we have. Okay, can you go to the transaction code OX10? We will going to create one thing. Okay, can you go to the transaction code? Okay, OB57 and change the tolerance group and all. Now what we need to do is, so we will go to the transaction code OX10 to create the plans in all. Can you go to the new entries, Pawan? Can you go to the new entries? Okay, can you take out the plant? Can you take out the plant? Okay, name of the plant is organize. Sorry, anything. Plan for ship. Okay, so then next, what is the next thing here is country key is IN, or else a country code. You can just give IN. No need to give any city codes and all. And what is the factory calendar? Can you go to the factory calendar? Go to the drop down option. You're going to see each and everything. Can you take out the Germany calendar or else IN calendar, Indian calendar? Okay, both should be preferred. Anything. Okay. So entry code. Okay, remove this thing. Click on the enter. All right. Can you go to the save button? So now we are going to create our plant based on the companies and all. Okay. Plant. Okay. And the name is anything. Pawan exports and imports. Pawan exports and imports. Pawan exports and imports. Okay. So can you give the street, house number, postal code, city, country, IN? So give the region also. Give the street, postal code, city also. Pawan. Okay, right, Pawan. Can you go to the continue option? No issue. All right. So successfully we have created our plan as a PAV1. Can you go to that Word document and you can just remove this ADPL and give PAV1. Then next one is, see, for storing the material and all, we will have one transaction code that is OX08. Can you go to the OX08? OX09. Okay, no issue. Give the plan as PAV1. Okay, right. See, we will going to create one storage location. The storage location will be anything. PAV1, PAV2, no issue. And the description is storage location. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. See, we will going to create one storage. Sorry, we have defined the storage location. Why? Because see, to store the material that you are getting from the vendors and all, you have to store the material in storage locations only. Okay, that is the PAV2. Then next, what is the next configuration that we have? Next configuration, show me the next configuration. What is that one? Okay, define purchase organization. Okay, can you go to the transaction code OX08? We will go. We will create one purchase organization. Okay, so what is the purchase organization here? Anything PAV3. PAV3. Okay, can you take out the purchase organization description? Take out the purchase organization description. Okay, can you go to the save button and save it? See, successfully we have defined the purchasing organization also. The next one is here. PAV3 is the purchase organization. The next one is create purchasing group using transaction code OME4. Can you go to the transaction code OME4? See, we will going to create a purchasing group. Okay, we will going to create purchasing group. So can you give purchasing group as a PAV4? I think purchasing group, it will not going to come. PAV is the purchasing group. Can you give the description of the purchasing group as purchasing group? Click on the enter. Can you go to the save button and save it? Can you go to the save button and save it? All right. So successfully we have created our purchasing group and try to save the purchasing group of PAV, and we need to assign this plan to the particular company code using transaction code OX18. Okay, can you go to the transaction code OX18 Pawan? Give /n. Go to the transaction code OX18. So we have to assign this plan to the company code. Whatever the configurations that you are defining here, you need to assign all these things to the particular company code only. Okay, please try to remember the things. Can you go to the new entries? Go to the new entries. Huh. So assign your company code and plant. Company code is ship and plant is PAV1. Click on the enter. Go to the save button and save it. Go to the save button and save it. Okay, can you give /n? And what is the next configuration we have? See, we have successfully assigned one plan to the company code. The next configuration is we have to assign purchasing organization to company code using transaction code OX01. Can you go to the transaction code OX01? Purchasing organization to company code using transaction code OX01. Okay, can you go to the position and give your purchasing organization? Okay, now we have to assign this company code to the purchasing organization. That is very, very important right now. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. Okay, the next one is we have to assign this purchase organization to plant. That is very, very important. Okay, can you go to the transaction code OX17? Can you go to the transaction code OX17? Purchasing organization to plant using transaction code OX17. Can you go to the new entries? Can you go to the new entries? Okay, give your purchasing organization and give your plant. Give your purchasing organization and give your plant. That is the most important thing that we have right now. Okay, click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. Come back to the next configurations and all. Then next, what is the creation of plant parameters? So we don't have any transaction code. We do have only navigation path only. Okay, so we do have only navigation path. Okay, Rita. So can you go to the material management, Pawan? Come down. Go to the material management. Go to the material management. And then next one is Okay, then next one is consumption based planning and the plan parameters, and the next one is carried out overall maintenance for plan parameters. Okay, no issue. Go to the execute option, and we need to copy those things. Okay, what is the copy things? And we can copy 1000 anything from plant. Okay, there will be a plant. Okay, PAV1. Go to the copy option. All right. All right. Yes. Yes. Go to the continue option. Okay, plant parameters, plant 1000 were copied to the plant PAV1. See, anything you can copy each and everything. Okay, this is the plant parameters, right? Using transaction code OM I8. Can you go to the Okay, go to the Word document, Pawan. Go to the Word document. Can you give OM I8? That is the navigation, sorry, that is the transaction code. Okay, that is the most important thing that we have right now. Then next, so we have also created each and everything. Then what is the next configuration that we have? What is the next configuration that we have? So maintain company code for material management. Can you go to the transaction code OMSY? See, we have to open the periods only. That is the most important thing. Can you go to the transaction code OMSY? Go to the transaction code OMSY. Okay, can you give your year? And the period is ninth period. Ninth period. Okay, allow business plans also. Tick mark on the business plans. Okay, can you go to the save button and save it? See, we need to allow the postings to the business plans and all. That is the most important thing. Okay, all right. Then next. What is the next configuration that we have? What is the next configuration that we have? See, we have to have valuation area grouping together. Okay, OMWD transaction code. Okay, can you go to the transaction code OMWD? Can you go to the transaction code OMWD? Okay, go to the position and give your valuation area as plant only. I think so. Give PAV1. Automatically it will going to take. Okay, so valuation area. In the valuation grouping code, you can just give PAV1 also. Right. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. See, based on the valuation classes, based on the valuation modifier, based on the valuation groups and all, we will going to assign the GL accounts based on the transaction keys. Okay, in SAP FI to MM integrations and all. Okay, that is the most important thing right now. And can you write down valuation area also? That is the PAV1. Under this thing, you can just write down valuation area grouping together is valuation area is also PAV1. Okay, write down valuation area also PAV1. This is valuation grouping code, comma PAV1 is for the valuation area. PAV1 is for the valuation area. Put it in brackets. Put it in brackets. Okay, then next, what is the next configuration? Set a tolerance limits for price variance. If you have any price variance in all, we have to set the tolerance limit, right? For this thing, can you go to the material SAP reference IMG? Go to the material management and go to the purchasing. Go to the material management, go to the purchasing, and in that we do have one thing. Can you go to the purchase order phone? Can you go to the purchase order? Purchase order is there, right? So in this thing, we have set tolerance limits for price variance is there, right? Take out that thing. Set tolerance limits for price variance. Okay, then what we need to do here? Can you select these things, Pawan? PE is the price variance and maximum cash discounts for the deductions and all PESE. So we will going to copy each and everything. Can you go to the copy as option? Okay, right. So can you give the company code? Click on the enter. Right, remove the company code and click on the enter. See, there will be some parameters that are being um, in the particular tolerance limits. Okay, see, whatever the tolerance limits that you have given in FI user interfaces and all, so you need to maintain the tolerance limits for the companies. I mean, in FI to MM integrations, that is the most important thing right now we have. The next, what is the next configuration? What is the next configuration? So I think so we need to create creation of a GL tolerance group. Creation of GL tolerance group using transaction code OMC0. Can you go to the transaction code OMC0, Pawan? Can you go to the transaction code OMC0? Okay. Can you select B1, B2, and VP? See, order price variance, order price quantity variance with the GR. Okay. The next one is moving average price variances also. Whatever the price variances that you have to give it for the GL tolerance limits also. And you need to change the company code. Okay. Click on the enter and click on the enter. Okay, right. Can you give /n? Then what is the next configuration that we have for the FI to MM integrations and all? And creation of parameters for invoice verification. Whatever the invoice, purchase order invoices, sorry, invoice receipts and all, goods receipt and all, we have to give the invoice verification, right? Can you go to the SAP reference IMG and material management? Material management. Then next one is logistics invoice verification. Logistics invoice verification, and then next one is invoice verification in background. Invoice verification in background. Yes, invoice so define automatic status change. Define automatic status change. Okay, so can you go to the company code, or else you can just go to the new entries, give your company code and set corrections. Okay, set current. Click on the enter, go to the save button and save it. That is the most important thing that we have, right? Then next, what is the next thing is, see, maintain planned parameters for invoice, inventory, material management and physical inventory. That is the most important thing that we have right now. Then what we need to do is, I think we have maintained the invoice verifications details and all, right? No need to maintain each and everything. I think so. Maintain reasons for all these things. Okay. Maintain no need to worry. No need to worry anything. Okay. So yes, the next one is maintain incoming default values for tax codes. Whatever the tax codes that you have for the vendors and all, you need to define it. Okay, that is the main important thing. You do one thing, Pawan. Can you come back and show me the path also? Okay, for recorded things also, they will going to learn each and everything. Incoming invoice, invoice verification, material management, first of all. The next one is logistics material management. Next one is logistics invoice verification. And the next one is the incoming invoice. In that incoming invoice, you will going to find out maintain default values for tax codes. Okay, right. All right. So can you go to the new entries? Can you give the company code, ship, and description as input tax code for ship. Input tax code for ship. And then next here, default domestic tax codes, you can just assign it. There is no issue. Okay, can you go to the drop down option? You will going to find out your things. Okay, you will going to find out your things. What are those things? P1. Do we have P1? Yes. Select this thing. See why? Because if you assign all these things in OBBC, that is assigning this tax processor to the India, then only you will going to find out. Otherwise, you cannot find out the things in domestic tax codes. That is the most important thing. Can you click on the enter, go to the save button and save it? Go to the save button and save it. Okay, now go to the transaction code OBBC, Pawan. So see, before we do all these configurations like configurations and all, if you want to calculate the taxes on the invoice receipts and all, so you have to assign all these taxes. Okay, then only you will going to find out in the domestic tax codes for the particular FI to integrations and all. That is the most important thing that we have right now. The next thing here is, all right, show me the next configuration. Go to the save button and save it. So show me the next configuration. Okay, set, define attributes for material type using transaction code OMS2. Okay, can you go to the transaction code OMS2? OMS2. Click on the enter. See, we have to maintain the material types like Hava, that is the trading goods I am maintaining. Okay, can you select this thing? Can you double click on this quantity valuation updated and all? Okay, so please select each and everything, all of you. So can you go to the position and give your valuation area as PAV1. Yes, continue, no issue. See, for this valuation area, you have to update the quantity updating and value updating. That is the most important thing, all of you. Please try to do all these things. Why? Because when you are evaluating each and everything, so what will happen here? Automatically, when you are uploading the purchase orders and all, I mean, when you are creating the purchase orders and all, automatically system will going to take out all these things based on the material types valuation and quantity value updated valuations and all. Okay, so that is the most important thing in the SAP FI to integrations. Okay, go to the save button and save it. Then next, what is the next configuration that we have? So what is the next configuration that we have? Okay, so till now we will going to stop this recordings and all. See, if I tell you in a large way, you will not going to understand each and everything in SAP as for HANA also. Okay, that is the most important thing right now we have. Right.